Hello everybody, this is Mithril Zenith, and welcome to something special. Probably the start of a new series because I just love this game so much, or I remember liking it. Welcome to the game that time forgot, the port that time forgot. Age of Empires 2, The Age of Kings on DS. Yes, I remember back, I was young, I looked in the Scholastic book fair, like book catalog, and they had Age of Empires 2, and I'm like, sure. I remember having the demo of that game growing up as a kid. Remember having a fun time. It's on DS. Sure, why not? And this is what I got. It's very different. It is a turn-based strategy game, much more akin to Advance Wars or Wargroove. Actually, it's kind of like the proto Wargroove in a lot of ways when you really think about it. I think the best way to explain it is just to get into it. But yeah, here we go. Those button clicks. Yeah, you can buy bonus items if you get Empire points, which you get by winning battles, which these are just slightly stronger or different versions of units which you can get at different times. As you can see, we have stuff: hit points, movement, attack, defense, sight, range. You can get special unique maps and battles, so we might look into those as well, if I do continue and play this whole thing. But yes, this is an officially sanctioned by Ensemble Studios port of Age of Empires 2. Not joking. So let's go and play the tutorial. Joan of Arc. In the Hundred Years' War, a savior of France emerged in the unlikely form of a peasant girl, Joan of Arc. Her life was short, but she remains today as one of history's most galvanizing figures. So we have a number of missions. Escort to Chinon. In the year 1412, England and France were locked in a decades-long bitter war. The war was over lands in France, and the English held a clear upper hand because of stunning victories at the Battle of Crécy, Poitiers, and Agincourt. Forgive my French, it is not good. But in that fortuitous year, a savior from France was born in the most unlikely of places, the peasant village of Domremy. The babe was called Jeanne, or Joan, and in her future lay a destiny of battle and fire. Joan grew to adolescence under the constant threat of attack by the English and their allies, the Burgundians. Her child eyes watched the hopes and future of France dim by the year, but Joan was not an ordinary girl. As she grew, she began hearing voices. The voices identified themselves as Saint Catherine, Saint Margaret, and the Archangel Michael. They asked her to lead an army and save France. Joan went to nearby Vaucouleurs and petitioned its Lord Robert to send her to the Prince Charles VII, the Dauphin, in Chinon. Robert laughed at Joan, a silly teenage girl with wild things in her head, but Joan would not be deterred. After some months, Robert agreed to send her to Chinon with an escort, if for no other reason than to be rid of her. She would go on her way, and he could forget about her. I am Sir Jean de Metz. I am assigned to be our escort. Dauphin awaits our arrival at Chinon Castle to the south. We should make our way out of the forest and onto the road to speed our travel. Would you explain moving? Sure, why not? Select your unit, then choose a space within the move range to move there. If you change your mind, choose the undo move on the unit command menu. Select done to complete your move.
Hey.
Oh, this is so weird on keyboard. This was definitely meant for... this is definitely meant for an actual DS. You ride well for a peasant. Your unit is now gray, indicating it cannot be used anymore this day. You will need to rest your unit before it can act again by choosing End Day. There's only options found in the Empire menu. Oh, that's not that. Okay. I might just actually use my mouse. Empire menu, End Day. Yep. Each faction has its own musical themes and everything. It's actually pretty well made for what it is. A well-deserved rest, and we were lucky to suffer no attacks. Our journey may be easier than feared. When we stick to the road, we'll be in Chinon in 3 days' time. I should tell you about various terrains we'll be traveling through. Sure, explain the terrains. Terrain info displays all the information about that terrain type. There's a move cost, sight cost, defense bonus, range bonus, sight bonus, buildings allowed, and specials. Road spaces retain the qualities of the base terrain, but only cost 1 move point. You can toggle between terrain and unit info by selecting the screen toggle. Understanding terrain advantages and disadvantages is a great asset in battle. No need to repeat. Let us continue to the castle. You can study the terrain as we march, if it pleases you.
Okay.
Oh, and these sound effects. A lot of these sound effects are taken straight from good old Age of Empires 2. So good. Oh no, the English. A band of English militia crept out of the woods while we rested. They're blocking the path of the Shunon, but do not worry. I can tell from the unit info they are no match for me and my men. Do you want me to explain unit info? Sure. Cursor onto a unit to display unit info on the top screen. You'll find the unit's health, move points, attack strength, defense strength, sight points, attack range, unit type and attack bonuses, and special abilities or restrictions if they have any. It is my aim to keep you far from danger, but it seems we have no choice. I suggest we attack the fiend. Sure, explain combat. To attack an enemy, move your unit to theirs. Diagonals don't count. Choose attack from the command menu. Highlight viable targets in red. You will default to a target which will pulse red. Use the control pad or the stylus to change from the default target in the top screen. I will give you combat advice on your current target. Your attacking unit appears in the left window and the defender in the right. Start your battle. Confirm the enemy you wish to attack. Attackers have the advantage of landing first blows unless the defender has a special ability that changes the order. If your unit is damaged, you will see a health bar appear above it on the map. Don't repeat that. Let us charge into the enemy. My men's swords have been shielded for too long.
Okay.
Special is hero powers, which we will get into later. Horses have bonus to attack on plains. There are wolves and they are sheep. Let it begin. Ba-ba! You have the heart of a warrior. The Dauphin will be shocked to hear of your heroics in battle. It would be wise not to risk yourself in battle too often. Your mission will fail if you fall. By defeating the militia, you have achieved a bonus goal. Sure. Select goals from the Empire menu. Achieved goals will be shown with check marks. It is necessary to achieve all normal goals to win. Bonus goals are marked with stars and are not required to complete the mission, but you will get a worthy reward of Empire points if you do achieve them. You may use Empire points to purchase bonus items for the game. The primary goal is to make it to Shunon Castle. We'll be able to make it there shortly, but let's rest for now. Choose End Day, and while you're in the Empire menu, try checking the goals, which we just saw. But important information. This is a very solid tutorial, I will say. It teaches you, it asks you if you need the information, and then when you say yes, it gives you that information. And yeah, we've made it to Shunon, Joan. I will inform the Dauphin of our arrival at once. He'll be delighted that our travels went so well. Indeed, I have heard much of this girl and her prophesied destiny, but she must be tested before I place my trust in a child. And I think I skipped something. Yep, classic Age of Empires, score maps. You can sort by economy, technology, exploration. All of these will come into play later. Such fun, such good. When Jeanne arrived in Shunon, the tales of her wild story preceded her. The Dauphin tried to fool her by hiding in a crowd, but Jeanne picked him out easily. The court attendees were stunned and began to wonder. Prophecy had foretold of a savior of France, for France, and they were certainly in need of one. But a peasant girl? Heedless of the doubters, Joan pressed her case on the Dauphin. She even revealed to him a sign of her inspiration, which swayed him to her cause. He began to believe the most unusual girl. Joan must learn to command soldiers, and she must retrieve a divine sword hidden by the saints. Let's continue. The Dauphin is starting to believe in Joan, a most unlikely ally. He offered her training in the art of warfare. Though she said her training came from high above, Joan was not too proud or foolish to accept some terrestrial instruction. She must learn about war before she could wage war. Joan was also presented with arms and armor. The armor she accepted, the sword she refused. There was another sword waiting for her, she said, buried beneath the Church of St. Catherine. And as you can see, as you go through the campaign, this little tapestry-like picture just goes through, tapestry or mural, whatever, scrolls through. Jean, your Dauphin has entrusted me with your military training. Sure, explain infantry as well. Armored soldiers are your most basic attack unit. They have a bonus to attack buildings and siege, but on foot they cannot travel far, hence low movement points. You ride a horse, but your personal guard are all on foot, which is why you are considered an infantry unit, and have the same bonuses as one. Soldiers are members of the Dauphine's Guard. They will obey your commands. They are both infantry units, but the pikemen have a special ability. Their long polearms act as anti-cavalry to stop horses in their tracks by giving them a strength bonus and a first strike ability versus all cavalry. A strength bonus and first strike against all cavalry. That is important to know. Do not forget that if your cavalry attack pikemen, the pikemen will hit your cavalry first. Slotted an English scout team to the west. Use these units to fight them off. Do not let them attack the castle. Attack the light cavalry with your pikemen and the men-at-arms with the long swordsmen, but you will have to decide for yourself. They await your orders. So as we can see these... Why do these have bonus defense? Hello, welcome back. Sorry about that. So, what I was going to do was check the goals. Defeat all enemy units, retrieve Jean's swords from the church, no friendly units lost, make Jean de Metz proud by doing well during training, find Jean's sword by the end of day 10. So I need to make Jean de Metz proud and not lose any units. Okay, we can also look, I believe it's this window.
Right.
What's this? Oh, yes, minimap. So we can go into the forest. So we have a 1+ or a 2-up arrow. Baudelaire! I'm not sure exactly how the calculations work out, but they work out. Trains civ, unique unit, and trebuchet. Right. Have a special effect, anti-cavalry, which works pretty well. Now the English will attack, but our lone swordsmen are in a forest, so they're fine. And they're like, hey, you're the weaker unit. And we're fine. Excellent work, Sean. You've used your units well. I'm going to explain cavalry for you. Sure. Cavalry are powerful mounted units that can sweep in and decimate entire armies. They have a large move rating, and a bonus to attack infantry and ranged units. But they prove ineffective against buildings. Do you want me to repeat that? Very well, the Dauphin has provided you with a group of well-trained knights. You are to use them to dispatch a band of English spies spotted in the eastern swamps. I warn you that the swamplands are treacherous and impassable for cavalry. Wait until the enemy has left the swamp, then attack them on the plains. Or you can take advantage of the unit's special Plains Charge, which gives a bonus to your attack strength when you initiate the attack on the plains. Again, it is your decision, Sean. So we can just end the day. Approach. And we attack. My lord, we will crush them. Plains charge. I like that it was calculated into the unit attack ahead of time in the battle pre-battle display. There we go, and we went on enemy phase. You were doing well, Vochon. Everyone is impressed. These units have ranged attacks. Would you like me to explain ranged units for you? Sure. Ranged units often have lower attack and defense values than infantry or cavalry, and they barely scratch buildings, but their advantage in battle is to use the extended attack range to fire upon distant foes and completely avoid counterattack from non-ranged units. These men are the best ranged soldiers in Chinon. Use them to defeat the enemy by the lake. Remember that high terrain like these mountains will boost your attack range, but stay away from forests and swamps, which will reduce your attack range by 1. Move out, Jean. So from the mountain we have an effective range of 4. Archers in mountains are going to be a very effective unit in general. And now with this,
Right.
should be skirmishers have. I wish there was a way to quickly find out what that special ability skirmish does. I think it allows them to attack first and when attacked back in melee. I don't remember. Ah, yes. Splendid, Jean. You're natural. The boldness of our enemy disgusts me. The English have invaded our countryside and built a mill to supply their invading armies. Your final duty here shall be to destroy their mill and crush the villagers so they may build no more. You'll be using siege units to complete this mission. Would you like me to explain siege units? Sure. Siege units are complex machines of tremendous power, requiring advanced technology to build. They're usually tailor-made with a single devastating task in mind. Men flee in terror, and castles raise white flags when they hear the creaking wheels of siege machines. Be aware that these battering rams may only attack buildings, and scorpions can only attack units. Also, scorpions cannot attack and move on the same day. They are slow to reload. One more thing, siege machines cannot travel over mountains or swamps, unless there is a road. I would recommend you position your scorpions within attack range, then attack the villagers on the next day. After you've cleared the building, you can move in your rams to knock it down. No need to repeat that. We'll get to it. Oh, this is a select unmoved units button, which is very helpful. At the end of the day. And of course, because this is just the tutorial, the villager will stand put. Scorpion will fire, and the villagers will die. Ba-ba. Then we move in the ram, and deal devastating. We'll tear this down with our bare hands if needs be. Ta-da! The Dauphin is elated with your progress. You've made me very proud. There we are. You have a remarkable gift, my dear child. I have heard you are requesting to travel south to the Church of St. Catherine. You seek a sword there placed for you by divine hands. I will grant your wish. You shall be accompanied by my finest soldiers. May the heavens protect you on your quest. I do not understand what is so special about this sword, Jean, but I believe getting it may be more difficult than you think. Your command. Okay, so we need to get Jean here. We have...
Prêt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe we can move Jean as such and avoid conflict. However, we do have enemies to contend with, and I believe we do need to destroy the battering ram to prevent them from damaging our castle, which I don't know why they have a battering ram, but they do. It's an annoying blocker. That said, we can move in and attack the archers right away. With Plains Charge, we can effectively one-shot them. Knights, very good against archers. And we can, of course, move like so. Attack the longswordmen with our archers. They're in a forest, so it'll be slightly less effective at killing them, but still effective enough. We don't have access to hero powers yet. So we can just move in like so. And move our pikemen in. End of the day. Day 5. They're attacking Jean, and they're dead. We're fine. So they do get Plains Charge, even when they're not on the plains. Battering ram is headed towards the church. Okay, Next, stop it. Missiles will rain down upon them. Yeah, that extra
Right.
advantage from being in the forest is very good for them. But pikemen with anti-cavalry crush in.
Right. Right.
I do believe our best bet is just kill them with our knights, and then we may
Prêt.
move in to damage the battering ram as such. It puts up no counter fight. So now we just need to make sure that we can destroy it and get to the church before
Right.
day ends. Hills provide extra range, swamps, kill range. Sight range will be important for Fog of War maps.
There.
We can just do like this. Every little bit helps. We don't have a traditional power rating like in Advance Wars, so
There.
no reason
Right.
to worry.
There.
Again, this is the tutorial. It's meant to be fairly easy.
Prêt.
Fair.
Certes.
But
Certes. Attente.
we shall attempt to win 7. Okay, so not completely destroyed, but it won't be able to do significant damage to the church, so we should be good. The church is under attack, we must defend it.
Right.
Well,
There.
our archers can finish them off. Classic. Age of Empires. Cut down the enemy. No longer will the invaders despoil the lands here. Now to find your sword.
Prêt. Certes.
Hope the sword will lead you to many victories, dear Jean. And once again, I will be right back. Sorry, people keep coming to my door today. Hope the sword will lead you to many victories, dear Jean, and it will be my honor to fight at your side and protect you from harm. 3-star rating. 125 Empire points earned. Well, by getting all stars, you earned so many Empire points very quickly. Finding a mysterious sword only added to Jean's fast-growing legend. To complete her war gear, she commissioned a special banner to be made. Decorated with the fleur-de-lis, it would travel everywhere with her. Enemies would come to fear it, and allies would come to love it. Joan had already won the confidence of the Dauphin, but still she had some doubters. To some, she had done little but travel through some backwoods and find an old blade. How could she possibly save France? I think we can do one more today. From peasant to general, Joan must capture the enemy camp and drive the English out. 4th session is the charm, perhaps. Joan's urgent voices told her that she must lift the English siege of Orleans. The Dauphin, eager for it to be done, was still a bit hesitant. First, he decided to give Joan a command of a small force, and send her to investigate reports of English raiders nearby. Joan hesitated, worried that any time lost could mean the fall of Orleans, but she relented. If she must take one more small step before a great leap, so be it. The English general, Lord Talbot, is building a town to the north. We should capture the town for ourselves before his full forces come to secure it. We will guard the bridge until we are ready to cross onto the battlefield, but first you will need to raise an army capable of defeating the English veteran general. The first step in building is to construct a new town center. Please explain. The villagers will build your entire town starting with a town center. You must have adequate resources in your treasury before you can build anything, so we are operating on a 2-resource system, food and gold. Like all town buildings, town centers can be built on plains, hills, forest, or desert, but not where they could interfere with another town. When you've chosen a spot, select Build from the Villager command menu. It takes villagers a full day to complete the building, during which it is quite vulnerable to attack. If you have no town center, you will not be able to collect income from mills and mines. The town center is the heart of your city. From here you can train more villagers, trade your resources, and advance through the ages. Placement and protection of your town center are vital to successfully waging war. Do you want me to repeat that? No, I'm good. Around here would be a great spot for a town center. These villages are ready for your command. But first, check the bonus goals. Rout Earl Talbot, destroy enemy town center before reinforcements arrive, and claim all resources on the map, wheat and gold. What research do we have available? Well, nothing at the moment. But yes, like any good Age of Empires game, we have tech trees through the ages. We have loom, town scouts, leather souls, and weaponsmiths. Leather souls always a vital research to get. Also unmoved villagers. And later we have other things. Wheelbarrow, and this reduces the cost of buildings. Mine income, food income, defense and attack for units. And these only affect Age 2 infantry, Age 2 cavalry. All units gain +1 sight, improving trade rate, improving gold income. Then we have, more of the same. Age 3 units, Age 3 units. Reduced cost of infantry, reduced cost of cavalry, reduced cost of ranged units, siege units. Improved trade rate, bonus gold income, some monk stuff. Cost of all mercenaries is reduced. I guess mercenaries was a thing I had forgotten about. Reputation, plate armor, plate barding. Arena allows champions, fires allows paladins. I like how instead of just being upgrade to paladins, upgrade to champions, you research arena and squires and whatnot. It's that little extra thematics. Ranged units no longer suffer penalties versus buildings. That's actually quite good. All infantry units, bonus attack versus buildings. Basically everything in Imperial Age in this game is designed to finish out the game. Some good stuff. But alas, we cannot research as of yet. Wants us to build a town center here, so we might as well build it here. Excellent choice.
Right.
Yes, Jean de Metz. Seems fine. Oh, not undo move, I wanted to just wait there. Accept. We're not yet ready to cross into battle. Let's build an army first that can stand against the enemy. Yes, we shall. Man, it was a hard battle to win this post, but we can rest here until aid arrives. Then we'll march on Chinon where the Dauphin hides in cowardice. Yes. Now you've started a town and are ready to collect some income. But you sure won't grow without income. Sure, resources such as wheat, which is found in the plains, and gold found in the mountains and hills, need to be harvested and used to buy units, technologies, and buildings. Your villagers can build a mill if they find wheat in order to produce food. They can also build a mine if they find gold. Increase your yield of food by building farms on the plains adjacent to your mill. Always remember that it requires resources to build farms, mills, and mines, so don't let your treasury run dry before you've built at least one of each. Town centers also produce a small amount of food and gold, but mills, farms, and mines are far better. Here's ripe wheat, here's a rich gold vein. Yep, villagers sent out to make use of these valuable assets.
Hey.
Also, we can build buildings here, but that's for another time. So we're going to build a mill. Once you begin earning income, you should begin building your town. Sure. Villagers build your town around the town center. Your town can consist of towers and town upgrade buildings. Towers are feudal age defensive structures built on the four corners of a town. Villagers build town upgrade buildings in the spaces adjacent to the town center. Some are placed where units are trained, like the barracks, while some open a new wealth of technologies, like the blacksmith. Check the building info screen to see what types of units can be trained at a building, or how many different technologies the building opens. In this age, your villagers can build barracks or stables, and they can begin training military units. Can you repeat that? No. Oh, you can build a stable in the Dark Age. I forgot about that. But we want to keep training villagers, because that's the way to do it. And research is available. Like I said, we want leather soles. I forget how long research takes. But let's end the day. English day 2. Yep. They're just going to be doing that. Oh, looks like the research finishes immediately. Writers report English forces have been dispatched and march to meet with Talbot. We should make haste to build our army and take the town before they arrive. I see you've started researching. But I may explain it anyway. Technology can help us fight better, defend ourselves more successfully, and gather resources and build more efficiently. Every day you are given the choice to research one new topic for a cost. To choose a technology, select Research from the Empire menu. You may research topics from your current age or previous, but only if you have the corresponding building that opens that topic, and the resources necessary to purchase the topic. Research is completed at the start of your very next day. Unit stats that are benefited by completed text display as green. Do you want me to repeat that? No, we're good.
Hey.
Okay, so if I move one more forward and build a farm here, I should be able to...
Hey.
Oh yes, and always build out that economy. Always train more villagers. I don't believe there's... I don't know if I necessarily need any of these other researches. Villager extra defense is nice, but I don't believe our villagers are going to be threatened. Is there anything? Oh yes, we need to... What was that? We need to claim all the things on the map. Claim all resources on the map, so it might be valuable to research Loom then. But Town Scouts is not important because it's not a Fog of War map. End of the day. Get ready to hear this tune a lot. You're nearly ready to age up. Just continue researching and building your treasury. Sure, age you're in affects degree of sophistication available to you in terms of tech, units, and buildings. Once you've reached the required number of current age technologies needed for advancement, you'll be given the option to age up at a pricey sum. You won't be able to research on the same day as you age up. When you age up, you'll gain access to new units, buildings, and techs, and your existing units will be upgraded if they have an upgrade path. If you elect not to age up or cannot afford to, you may still choose later by selecting Age Up from the Town Center menu.
Hey.
Okay, so looks like I can't quite get to the mine this turn. I believe,
Hey.
if I remember right,
Zeg.
if I remember right, I believe, because Age Up requires 3 technologies. Cool. So I do need to get Town Scouts in order to age up faster. Makes sense.
Zeg.
I'm gonna keep building farms. Always build more villagers. So that is actually very interesting, that instead of requiring a number of buildings to age up, you require a number of buildings. A number of researches. Now you're ready to begin training military units. Sure. You can train both military and non-military units of various town buildings. Cavalry are trained in the stables, and villagers are trained in the town center. To begin to train a unit, first select the building, then select train. Cost food and gold to train a unit. Some units cost more than others. When you've reached your unit cap, you won't be able to train units until the cap rises. Unit cap is based upon income for most missions, or is hard set for others. Ah yes, the unit cap. I forgot that that was a thing. Also very interesting, we have all of these everything there. But let us build the mine, which is out here in the middle of freaking nowhere. Rivers are impassable, so in order to get to that mine, which is going to be the hardest thing to get to, capture Old Talbots camp. Destroy enemy town center before reinforcements arrive. Okay, so basically we need to destroy the town center, but I think when it says capture, it's going to teach us how to capture their buildings, so we will mostly just need to...
Hey. Safe.
Yes, and I believe we want to train a militia because...
Safe. Safe.
End the day. I just want to check, because I have a vague memory of higher tech units costing more. I've checked the Empire Review, and I believe you're now ready to begin the attack. Sure. Empire Review is a very useful and quick overview of your Empire status. You'll find it in the Empire menu. It breaks down your income for you and informs you of the current caps on units and town centers. Oh, that would be nice to know. Also breaks down your total units into villagers and military. Imperative that we attack Belgency at once. I shall join your personal guard once again. The enemy has become aware of our location and reinforcements will arrive soon. I found the French are raising an army, but do not fear. They are weak and our forces will arrive soon. Let us drive the Franks back into the woods.
Right.
Yes, so move forward. Yes, men-at-arms. They cost slightly more. Not incredibly more, but slightly more.
Hey. Safe.
It is important that we
Hey.
build out these farms. Yes, we can demolish our buildings if we want to.
Hey. Safe.
Don't want to lose out. Ah yes, all the researches cost far more gold than we have access to, so advanced mining would be very nice.
Hey.
As would capturing a mine somewhere down here.
Hey.
So we have, what was it, 250 attack but 400 defense?
Sept.
I don't believe I have access to hero powers yet. No, I do not.
Sept.
Okay, seems reasonable to me. Oh yes, they have scouts and militia, while we have more advanced units. Check the Empire Review. We are at our cap, so we do need
Hey.
more
Hey.
resources
Safe.
before we can build more units.
Safe.
Can we research advanced mining? Not quite.
Hey. Safe.
Okay, well, I think we have a decent food income, though. A market. Trains mercenaries, improves trade rates. So I guess if we do have enough food, we can just trade the food for gold. That is an idea. We can do that. Do I get the blacksmith? No, I'm gonna get the market.
Hey. Safe.
$250? Heck no.
Hey.
That's not happening.
Safe.
Okay, done.
Hey. Safe.
Keep moving our villagers up. Yeah, this is the game. This is a turn-based Age of Empires game.
Hey.
It's actually quite fun. Okay, swamps do provide bonus
Attack!
to movement, or to defense movement. I believe this is sufficient because they're still in Dark Age, so should just be able to crush them. Ba-ba. And again, the goal is to rout the enemy, killing all their units, destroy their town center before their reinforcements arrive, then take our time capturing all the resources on the map. Oh yes, and they keep building Actually, I guess they've stopped. I think
Wait. Say.
there's no point in building that. Oh, wait, I need to trade resources. Trade. Food for gold. So I can get this gold mine. I knew it was worth it. Now, I don't need to build farms around every single plot. I just need to build a mill at every single farm location. I think it is faster to actually follow the road, go through the plains.
Right.
The road being effectively double movement is huge.
Hey.
Okay,
Yep.
so let's move here and attack their militia. Should be an easy fight. Yep, as is. Enemy town lies near. We must drive out the English and capture the town for our people. Seat of control over a town is the town center. If it's destroyed, a white flag will mark its place, and any remaining town buildings can be captured simply by building your town center there. Any units on captured buildings will be lost. Beware of the enemy capturing your towns. So what was it? Was it route before? Or just route? Route Earl Talbot. Okay, so his unit. Then destroy enemy town center before reinforcements arrive. Okay, so we want to just focus on destroying his town center. Cool. The Maid of Orleans charge. Easy. Easy life. Looks like we still have no more availability to build more units. Do we have any extra? Ah yes, we have this random villager back here. Who can't quite build a farm, so we're just gonna send him up here. Did I build a few too many villagers? Probably. We'll see how this goes. Agents report the English forces draw near. Build your forces quickly, Jean.
Hey. Yep.
Yes, so... Here's the thing. We need to kill that town center before they arrive, which is, frankly, the hard part of the mission. So you can kill their villagers. Now, if you attack a unit that's building, as you'll see, the building unit only has 50 HP the turn it's being built. Which helps very much, considering we also have a tech advantage. Okay, can we do a research now? 15% mine income sounds delightful.
Hey. Say.
And hey, we can build a mill over here.
Hey. Say.
That's done.
Hey.
And so what we're gonna do is,
Say.
let's see, we need to build a mine there, build a town center on their town center.
Hey.
Also need to build a mill over here. If I review, ooh, I have enough for another unit, but I don't have enough money for one. Yeah. English day 9. Okay, day 10.
Right.
I think Joan, even though she's missing a little bit of HP, is still the strongest unit I have. So let's take down the town center. Don't know how long this will take. It's like probably 3 turns.
Right. There.
Let's just keep their militia down.
Right.
I could just attack the Earl of Talbot now. Actually, I can't. Not with that placement, I can't. But if we broke down the barracks, I'd be able to build something upon that. Villagers are not ordinarily made to fight. But you know what? Sometimes every little bit helps. Yeah. It does indeed.
Hey.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna stop, build a mill over here, build this mill down here.
Hey.
Wheat tends to be more plentiful than gold on most of these maps. That was gonna be slow, but eventually we'll work it down. And I suppose I'll train another men-at-arms. And nothing worth researching, so let's end the day. Day 10 for the English. Ah yes, we are getting killed horribly.
Prêt.
Attack. Not going to be quite enough to take it down. And I don't think we'll be able to take down the barracks, but we'll be able to take down them next turn. So if we got first attack against Earl Talbot, should be a little bit better. Now he's gonna heal, I think it's 20%. Or he's just gonna leave. Cool. I'm okay with that. And now we we destroy the town center next turn, and hopefully that's enough. If there's going to be something that's... Yeah, we just press B to speed that up. If there's going to be anything that slows us down, that's going to be the difficult one to get. Cost of buildings reduced, always another good one. They can send you back to probably build a blacksmith. Yeah. Let's do that. Day 11, please don't arrive with reinforcements.
Prêt.
Oh, you and your stupid building villagers. It's another reason to build villagers. They protect your town center from destruction, unfortunately. Rodile. So if I had just taken down this barracks like I thought to, I'd be able to kill the villager and destroy the town center. But as it stands, that might not be something I can guarantee.
Prêt.
So instead, we must waste our turn killing the villager. Good way of at least delaying if you're only being able to be attacked by one thing. But yeah, if we don't care to see the exact percent, we can just press B to end the combat. And yes, R, like Advanced Wars games, just selects the next thing. So what we should be doing is building that blacksmith so we can get those attack upgrades, which were going to be so helpful. End the day. Please don't say reinforcements arrive.
Prêt.
Okay, I believe should give us the star objective. There it is. Now let us capture the town quickly. But first, destroy the mill. Oh, almost destroy the mill. Never mind. Now destroy the mill. So yeah, as you can see, it's nice, relatively slow, relaxing turn-based strategy game. Still has a solid feel of... It still feels of Age of Empires despite being wholly different. I don't know how else to really explain it outside of that. It's definitely Age of Empires, even though it's definitely not Age of Empires. I think it's really cool that they have a 2-resource system, I find two resource systems to usually be superior to single resource systems. There is some fun nuance you can have with single resources, but I think that multiple resources, it tends to be just more effective in general. Oh, need a lot more gold for that, so let's come over here. I think I needed to trade twice for that. And yes, forging. Okay. Do we have any more units? Nope. End the day. English. Okay.
Hey. 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 There.
Yep, so now we destroy this mine
Set.
and build upon it ourselves, and that should be all of the secondary objectives.
Hey. Hey. Say.
At least assuming I didn't forget anything on the map. I don't believe I have. Hopefully I don't need to build every single farm out, because that would be actively obnoxious. Oh shoot. I always...
Hey.
I knew there's always one I forgot. That one little thing in the bottom center of the map. That's gonna be quite the thorn in my side, as it were. English day 14. Okay, so we build the mine. I don't remember if we need to have completed buildings or just started buildings. I guess, yeah, we might as well research scale mail. It's interesting the way the researches work, because they only work for the units of that age, and as soon as you age up, that research basically goes away. Doesn't necessarily mean it's worthless, but you're spending your research, you're spending your money to get an advantage in the current age, even though it's not necessarily going to be helpful down the line. But also the way that the game restricts you from advancing until you do more research means that, you know, you're incentivized to still research these things even if they're gonna have a reduced, you know, value in the long term. We built on every resource in the area, and the Britons will be left starving. So that's 3 stars. And so we select build a town center. And end the day, and that should be it. The town is ours. Yes. Jean's rout of Talbot's camp was impressive and unexpected. She used the momentum to press the Dauphine. She must be sent to Orleans, and so she would. There we go. That's the first 3 missions down. I think I'm going to continue this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be on the lookout for more Age of Empires, the Age of Kings DS in the future on the channel. Until then, you have a good rest of your day. Enjoy. And have a good day, everyone. The Myth was Zenith signing out.